Title: The free ad that bankrupted a seller and made Jiji a giant. Here is what they know that you do not. Part 1. The classifieds are not dead. Your research is. In 2019, a man in Abuja lost 300,000 naira in 1 week. Not to Yahoo Boys, not to a bad investment, to a brand new iPhone box. He saw dozens of iPhone 12 Pro Max, sealed, cheap ads on Jiji, all posted by different sellers, all using the same stock photo. He figured, if so many people are selling it, demand must be crazy. So he imported 20 units. Nobody called. Because all those Jiji ads were fake. Scammers posting bait. The real customers were not on Jiji looking for iPhone 12. They were on Jiji looking for iPhone 6, iPhone 7, and London use, because that is what they could actually afford. That man learned what Jiji already knew. The marketplace does not lie. Sellers do. But buyers leave fingerprints everywhere. In search terms. In how much last DMS. In the ads they skip. If you are an entrepreneur, unemployed, underemployed, or building something while on Social Security, Jiji is the cheapest business school in Africa. It will tell you who wants what, for how much, and why they do not trust you yet, but only if you know how to read it. This is part 1 of 3. Today we focus on step 1. How to identify your potential customer, Jiji style. In part 2 we will break down how Jiji tests products and how you can test yours with 0 naira. In part 3 we will list 8 core principles, 3 deadly mistakes other companies make, and lessons you can use by Monday morning. No theory, no tables, just the street logic that built Nigeria's biggest classified site. Jiji's unfair advantage. They do not own inventory. They own intent. Amazon owns warehouses. Konga owns delivery bikes. Jiji owns something cheaper and more powerful. The exact words a human types when they want to buy right now. Type Tokunbo Camry on Jiji. You will see 2,000 listings. But that is not the data. The data is this. 1. Tokunbo Camry 204 gets more searches than Tokunbo Camry 207. 2. 90% of chats start with last price, not is it available. 3. Ads with direct owner, no agent, get 3 times more replies than dealer. That is not inventory. That is human intent, in real time, for free. Other companies pay research firms to ask, would you buy a used car? Jiji watches what people actually do when their salary enters. Your move, if you are broke, you do not need a survey. Open Jiji, NG, type your product idea. Do not look at listings. Look at the related searches and filter by most popular. That is the market talking. If your idea does not show up, the market is quiet. Do not shout into silence. Jiji identified potential customers. 4 questions they answer before you post. Jiji does not care about target demographics. 25-year-old and a 50-year-old both buy used generators. What Jiji cares about is behavior. Here's how they profile you without ever meeting you. Question 1. What pain made you open Jiji today? No one wakes up and says, let me browse Jiji for fun. They open Jiji because something broke, something finished, or something embarrassed them. Jiji knows this. That is why the homepage is not pretty. It is urgent. Cars, phones, home appliances, jobs, pain categories. In 2020, when fuel price jumped, generator searches on Jiji spiked 180% in 7 days. Jiji did not need a news alert. The search bar told them. So they pushed, buy now pay later, generator ads to the top. OLX Nigeria died because it tried to be a beautiful marketplace. Jiji stayed ugly and useful. Beautiful does not pay rent. Urgent does. Your move. Do not ask, who is my customer? Ask, what went wrong in their life 20 minutes ago? If you sell food, your customer just got insulted by their spouse about soup. If you sell shoes, their old one cut at church. Start there. Question 2. How much trust does this human have? Jiji knows Nigeria runs on trust tiers. Tier 1. I can pay now, bring it to my house. That is maybe 5% of users. Tier 2. Let us meet at a public place. I will come with my brother. That is 40%. Tier 3. Send me your account. I will pay after I see video call of the item. That is the rest. That is why Jiji never forced online payment. They built chat with seller, safety tips, and verify badge. They identified that their potential customer is not just someone who wants a phone. It is someone who wants a phone and is 80% sure he is about to be scammed. Compare that to Deal Day. Deal Day assumed trust. They took payment up front and promised delivery. When vendors messed up, Deal Day took the blame. Jiji said, "We are just the meeting point. Sort your trust yourselves." Cruel, but it scaled. Your move. Before you build anything, ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does my customer trust strangers online? If the answer is below 5, do not build a checkout page. Build a WhatsApp chat and a public meetup plan. Question 3. What words does this human use? Not what words do you like? Jiji sellers who write neatly use get fewer replies than sellers who write London used. Both mean the same thing. But London used is what the buyer types. Jiji's search algorithm does not care about grammar. It cares about mirroring. That is how it identifies a serious buyer. A serious buyer types Toyota Corolla 105 first body. An unserious one types fine car. In 2018, Jiji noticed Cake Marwa was being searched more than tricycle. They changed the category name. Traffic doubled. Other companies teach their customers new words. Jiji learns the customer S words. Your move. Go to Jiji. Type your product badly. Type it with slang. Type it with typo. See what auto completes. Ad is your customer's language. Use it in your first ad. Do not educate. Reflect. Question 4. Where is this human right now, and what can they afford to lose? Jiji geotags everything, not because they love maps. Because a buyer in Yaba will not buy a bed from a seller in Guaranpa. Transport kills the deal. So Jiji's real customer 499 is not male, 30 years old. It is male, needs a fridge, lives in Surulere, has 15,000 for logistics max. That is why Show Ads Near Me is Jiji's most used filter. OLX Nigeria kept pushing national ads. Jiji pushed street-level ads. Street wins in Nigeria. Your move. If you cannot deliver to your customer's area in 48 hours for less than 10% of the product price, that is not your customer yet. Find a closer one or change the product. What this means, if you are starting with zero capital, Jiji started as a free website, while Konga and Jumia were raising millions. How? Passively did not spend money finding customers. They spent time reading customers. You can do the same this week. Step 1. Pick a problem you understand. Example. Students in Abada need cheap laptops. Step 2. Open Jiji. Search laptop Aden. Filter by posted in last 7 days. Step 3. Count how many ads say price negotiable versus fixed price. If 90% say negotiable, your customer is a haggler. Build haggling into your model. Step 4. Click 10 ads. For 10 to be a buyer. Ask, last price? Count how many reply in 1 hour. That is your competition's response rate. Beat it. If you do that for 3 days, you will know more about your potential customer than someone with an MBA and a survey. In part 2, we will show how Jiji tests demand without owning one piece of stock. You will learn the ghost listing test, the common trap, and how to know in 5 days if your idea will feed you or fail you. In part 3, we will break down 8 Jiji principles, 3 mistakes that killed OLX, Deal Day, and Efferton, and the lessons you can apply even if your only asset is a technophone. If this is giving you clarity, subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Every week I tear down one Nigerian tech company and turn their tactics into steps you can use with zero capital. Part 2 of this Jiji series drops there first. I will also reply to Jiji comments with a free checklist. 10 things to check on Jiji before you buy inventory. Stop guessing who your customer is. Start reading them like Jiji does. See you in part 2. Title: The 7-Day Death Test. How Jumia decides what lives and what dies before you lose money. Part 2. How to test your product without betting your rent. In part 1 we expose the rule that built Jumia. Do not sell to Nigeria. Sell to Amina in Zaria at 8 p.m., who has 2,000 naira and a problem she will pay to kill today. But finding Amina is only half the battle. The graveyard of new businesses is full of founders who found the right human and still went broke. Why? They tested like gamblers. Jumia tests like detectives. If you are an entrepreneur, unemployed, underemployed, or building from your last social security check, Part 2 is your armor. We will show you how Jumia validates products in 7 days, with almost zero cash. Then we will unpack the next 4 of the 8 Jumia principles. No tables, no jargon, just street tactics. Let us start. The biggest lie in business. Launch and learn. Most new founders hear, launch and learn, and think it means rent a shop, order 100 pieces, run ads, and pray. Jumia hears, launch and learn and thinks, how do I learn before I launch Netfung I cannot afford to lose? In 2016, Jumia wanted to sell generators. Instead of importing a container, they listed 3 models they did not own. They used supplier photos. They set real prices. They turned on ads for 7 days. Result: one model got 240 buy now clicks. The other 2 got 9 combined. Jumia called the supplier for the winner, ordered 50 units, and sold out. The other 2 models never saw a warehouse. That test cost less than the price of data. Konga at the time would have bought 50 of each and hoped. Hope is expensive. Your move. You are not launching. You are interrogating. The market is the suspect. Your job is to get a confession before you spend money. Jumia S4 real-world tests. You can copy today test 1. The out-of-stock confession. This is Jumia's favorite. They put a product live with great photos and a buy button. When you click, you see, temporarily out of stock. Drop your number and we will restock in 48 hours. That page is a lie that tells the truth. The truth is how many people were ready to pay today. If 300 people drop numbers in 5 days, Jumia knows the price, photo, and promise work. Now they go find the product. If only 4 people care, the idea dies quietly. No warehouse bill. No shame. Compare that to Payport. Payport would stock first, shoot photos later. When it flopped, they did clearance sales that trained customers to wait for discounts. Jumia trains customers to raise their hand first. Your move. Use WhatsApp status, Instagram story, or a free seller page. Post your product with pre-order closes Friday. Take payment into your account. If nobody pays, refund, and say, supplier delayed. You lost nothing but pride. If people pay, you just validated with cash. Clicks are cheap. Transfers are truth. Test 2. The one city, one rack rule. Jumia never tests Nigeria. Nigeria is too big and too noisy. Jumia tests Kika, or Woos, or Port Harcourt, GRA. They send 20 units to one small area and watch. If it moves in 3 days, they ask why. Is it the agent, the language in the ad, the day of the week? If it dies, they kill it or it infects the whole country. Amazon tests globally. Jumia tests locally. That is why Jumia wins in chaos. Your move. Do not say I sell nationwide. Say I sell to students in Unilaga Coca only this week. If you cannot win a Coca, you cannot win Africa. Sell 10 units to people you can walk to. Scale later. Step 3. The SKIOD interrogation. Pay on delivery is not about trust. It is about data. Every Jumia rider is trained to ask 2 questions at the door. 1. What almost made you not buy this? 2. Who else do you know that needs this? Answer 1 tells you your marketing hole. Answer 2 gives you your next customer without ads. Other companies outsource delivery and lose that conversation. Jumia owns it. Your move. Deliver your first 10 orders yourself. Do not use Jiji or Uber. Look the buyer in the eye. Ask what made them nervous. Write it down. That is your next FAQ, your next ad, your next product tweak. S4. The supplier stress test. Jumia tests customers. Then it tests suppliers. New vendor? You have 7 days to get 10 units to the warehouse. You miss it, you are out. Because a product that sells out and cannot restock in 10 days is worse than a product that never sold. A lot of small brands die from success. They go viral, sell out, and disappear for 1 month. Customers do not wait. They buy from the next person. Your move: before you take one order, buy from your own supplier as a secret customer. How fast do they reply? How fast do they ship? If they fail you, they will fail your customer. Fire them now, not later. The next 4 of 8 Jumia principles. Explained in part 1, we gave you principle 1 to 4. Here are principle 5 to 8. These are how Jumia turns tests into empires. Principle 5. Validate with wallets, not wishes. Jumia ignores interest. It tracks orders with successful payment or COD acceptance. A save on Instagram is a wish. A paid delivery is a vote. Compare to companies that pitch investors with, "We have 10,000 followers." Jumia pitches with, "We have 10,000 delivered orders in Aba." One gets money, the other gets likes. Your move, your metric is not followers. It is people who paid me in the last 7 days. Track that. Nothing else matters at the start. Principle 6. Test in real Wahala, not in peace. Jumia runs tests during fuel scarcity, during rain, during ASUU strike. If your idea survives when customers are broke and angry, it will fly when things are normal. Other companies pause marketing because times are hard. Jumia learns the most when times are hard. Your move: do not wait for salary week. Test your price when your audience is most stressed. If they still buy, your pricing is right. Principle 7. Kill bad ideas fast and quietly. Jumia delists hundreds of products every month. No announcement. No ego. Inside, they write a 1-page note, why it died. That note is shared so no one repeats it. Most founders keep a dead product on their page for 6 months because we already shot photos. That is how you burn ads and hope. Your move: set a rule. If you do not sell 10 units in 14 days, delete it. Mourn for 1 hour. Learn for 1 day. Move. Principle 8. Build a moat of people, not just products. Jumia's real test is not, will someone buy this? It is, will a G-Force agent quit their side hustle to sell this full-time? If agents can make money, you have distribution. If not, you have a hobby. Amazon has Prime. Jumia has people. People beat algorithms in Africa. Your move: ask this before you start. Who will lose money if my product disappears tomorrow? The answer is only you. You have no moat. Find one partner who wins when you win. 3 mistakes other companies make. Mistake 2. Mistake 2. Testing with discounts. New stores run 50% off to test demand. All you learned is that people like cheap things. You did not learn if they like your thing. Jumia tests at full price first. If it sells at full price, you have a product. If it only sells at 50% off, you have a donation program. Amazon did this in India and lost years. Jumia learned it in Nigeria by watching margin. Lessons learned. You can use this week. Lesson 1. Her first goal is not sales. It is signal. 10 paid orders from strangers is better than 100 compliments from friends. Lesson 2. Test small. Learn big. 1 city, 1 week, 10 units. If you cannot win there, you will not win anywhere. Lesson 3. The doorstep is your classroom. Talk to buyers who not outsource that conversation. That is part 2. You now know how to find the human and how to test your idea without betting your house. Part 3 is next. We will finish the last 2 mistakes that kill companies, give you the full 8 principle checklist, and show you how to turn all this into a 1-page plan you can use even if you are on social security. If this is giving you clarity, subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Part 3 drops this week, and I am giving away the exact 500 script Jumia vendors use to get strangers to pre-order. Comment, test, and I will send it to you. Do not build and hope. Test like Jumia. See you in part 3. Title: The Skew Funeral. Why Jumia kills fast, learns faster, and what that means for your next idea. Part 3. The 8 principles, 3 mistakes, and the 1-page plan that keeps you alive. In part 1, you learned how Jumia identifies the real human behind the click. The Nigerians. Amina in Zaria. A Lagos banker. The Aba reseller. Jumia reads complaints, watches night searches, and speaks the street's language. In Part 2, you saw how Jumia tests without betting the house. Faked door listings. One rack in one city. COD interrogations at the doorstep. They validate with wallets, not wishes. And we close the loop. Part 3 gives you 3 things. First, all 8 Jumia principles in one place, each explained like you are my younger brother about to spend his last 10,000 naira. Second, the final mistake that buries other companies, plus the 2 we already covered. Third, lessons learned you can tape to your wall, even if your only asset is a techno phone and small data. No tables, no theory, no Arabic numerals. Just the rules that keep Jumia standing while others shut down. Let us finish this. The 8 Jumia principles, the complete playbook. We have touched on these across Part 1 and Part 2. Here they are together, clean and simple. Memorize them. They are cheaper than a mistake. Principle 1. Start with the complaint, not the category. Jumia does not wake up and say, let us sell fridges today. They wake up and say, last week 20,000 people typed, Nipa took light, and food spoiling. What removes that pain for under 30,000 naira? That is how rechargeable fans, solar lamps, and small guineas became best sellers. Other companies say, phones are trending. Jumia says, anger is trending. What product is the cure? Your move. Before you pick a product, screenshot 10 complaints from Jiji reviews, Twitter replies, or your church WhatsApp group. If you cannot find 10 people angry about the same thing this week, do not build yet. Principle 2. Validate with wallets, not wishes. A like is hope. A share is nice. A transfer is truth. Jumia's dashboard does not celebrate add to cart. It celebrates delivered and paid. Compare that to Instagram brands with 50,000 followers and 50 sales. Followers do not pay staff. Paid orders do. Your move. Your only metric for the first 30 days is paid orders from strangers. If your mum buys, that does not count. If a stranger in another state sends money before you have stock, you have something. Principle. Free. Test in real Wahala. Not in peace. Jumia runs its hardest tests during fuel scarcity, during rain, during strike. Because if your idea survives when customers are broke, tired, and angry, it will fly when life is easy. Other companies pause ads because the economy is hard. Jumia learns the most when the economy is hard. Your move. Do not wait for December salary. Test your price on the 28th of the month. If broke people still buy, your price is right. Principle 4. Kill fast, bury quietly, learn publicly. Inside Jumia, dead products have funerals. Short ones. A one-page note. What we thought. What happened. What we learned. No blame. No attachment. Then the SKU disappears from the site. Most founders keep a dead product live for 6 months because we have already paid for photos. That is pride burning cash. Your move. Set a kill rule before you start. If I do not sell 10 units in 14 days, I stop. Mourn for one evening. Rate the lesson. Start again, with better aim. Principle 5. Borrow trust before you build it. Nigeria did not trust e-commerce in 2012. So Jumia did not ask you to trust Jumia. It asked you to trust Samsung, pay on delivery, and your neighborhood J-Force agent. You trust your agent. Her agent trusts Jumia. Now you trust Jumia. Other sites launched with Trust Us and a new logo. They died. Your move. Who do your customers already trust? A pastor? A community leader? A logistics brand? Stand next to them first. Do not ask strangers to trust you in the dark. Principle 6. Obsess over the second order, not the first. Jumia managers do not get promoted for first sales. They get promoted for 30-day repeat rate. If someone buys a phone and never comes back for a pouch, charger, or airtime, you did not solve a life. You sold a moment. Konga had big launch days. Jumia built repeat days. Repeat pays for ads. One-time sales eat your profit. Your move. Before you launch product 1, sketch product 2. If a customer buys your hair, what will she need in 3 weeks? Conditioner. If a customer buys your food tray, what will he need next Friday? Another tray. Plan the second sale first. Principle 7. Use friction as a filter. One feels wrong. Jumia sometimes makes buying harder on purpose. Example: for iPhones, they removed pay on delivery in some cities. Sales dropped. Fraud dropped more. Profit went up. They learned that removing COD kept scammers out and kept real buyers in. Free returns for everyone sounds nice. It also invites let me order 4 sizes and return 3. That kills small sellers. Your move: do not remove all friction. Add friction. Add good friction. If your customer is serious, a small delivery fee will not stop them. If a fee stops them, they were not serious. Build for the serious. Principle 8. Build a moat of people, not just products. Anyone can copy your product. Jiji listings get copied in 10 minutes. What is hard to copy is your people. Jumia's moat is GeForce. Thousands of agents who earn when Jumia earns. Amazon has robots. Jumia has relationships. In Nigeria, relationships beat robots. OLX had tech. Jumia had humans in every LGA OLX left. Jumia stayed. Your move: ask, who loses money if I shut down tomorrow? If the answer is only you, you have no moat. Find one partner, one reseller, one rider, who makes money when you make money. Into the first 3 mistakes other companies make and why they die. We gave you mistake 1 and 2 in part 2. Here is the full list together. Mistake 1. Testing on friends and family. Your sister will buy your shea butter because she loves you. A stranger in Keno will not. If your first 10 sales are from people who know your surname, you have not tested. You have collected donations. Jiji avoids this because strangers chat strangers. No family discount. No pity buy. If a stranger on Jiji sends last price and then pays, that is signal. Mistake 2. Testing with discounts. 50% off launch price teaches you one thing. People like cheap things. It does not teach you if they like your thing. Jumia tests at full price. If it moves at full price, you have margin. If it only moves at half price, you have a hobby. They train customers to wait for deals. Jumia trained customers to pay for value. One is alive. One is a case study. Mistake 3. Scaling noise instead of scaling signal. This is the silent killer. You get 10 sales. They come from 10 different types of people for 10 different reasons. You think it is working. You order 1,000 units. You go broke. Jumia scales only when it sees signal. Same type of human, same reason, same repeat pattern. Into cities. Example: 10 UNILA students buy your thrift jacket because it is cheap for class dinner, and 4 of them come back next month. That is signal. Scale that. If 10 people buy for 10 random reasons, that is noise. Do not scale noise. Do not buy inventory. Do not run ads. Go back to principle 1. OLX Nigeria scaled noise. They had traffic from everywhere for everything. Jumia scaled signal. Used phones, fashion, home items, with COD and agents. Signal wins. Explorer. Lessons learned. You can tape to your wall. You made it. Here is the Jiji playbook in plain English. Even if your only tools are a phone, data, and time. Lesson 1. Demand before supply. Always. Do not buy stock. Buy evidence. A list of 30 people who sent "I want this" is worth more than a carton in your room. Lesson 2. Name the human, not the market. Nigerians do not buy. Amina does. Write her name, her problem, her time of day. If you cannot, you do not have a customer yet. Lesson 3. Test small, learn loud. 1 city, 1 week, 10 units. If you cannot win there, you will not win anywhere. Lesson 4. The doorstep is your MBA. Deliver the first 10 orders yourself. Ask what almost stopped them. That answer is your next ad, your next product, your next price. Lesson 5. Kill ideas fast. Keep lessons forever. Set a kill date. If you miss it, stop. Write what you learned. Founders who keep dead products alive kill their business. Lesson 6. Borrow trust, then earn it. Use pay on delivery. Use known faces. Use community leaders. Do not ask for trust. Stand next to it. Lesson 7. The second sale is the real test. Plan product 2 before you sell product 1. If you cannot think of it, you are not solving a life. You are selling a moment. Lesson 8. Build people around you. Find one person who makes money when you make money. A reseller, a writer, an agent. That is your moat. Products get copied. People do not. Your next step. You do not need capital to start. You need clarity. This week, do this. 1. Open Jiji and type a problem, not a product. Food spoiling, phone charging slow. See what people are already buying. 2. Post a pre-order for your idea in one WhatsApp group. If 10 strangers say I want, you have signal. 3. Set your kill date. 14 days. 10 sales. If you miss, you learn. If you hit, you scale. Jiji did not become the biggest because it had the most money. It became the biggest because it had the most truth. The market was talking. Jiji listened. Now it is your turn. If this 3-part series gave you clarity, subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Next week I am dropping the exact last price chat script Jiji top sellers use to close 90% of buyers. I am also reviewing one subscriber's product idea live and showing how to apply these 8 principles in real time. Comment, Jiji, and I will send you the 1-page checklist. 10 signals to check before you buy inventory. Stop guessing. Start listening. Build like Jiji.